All right, Justin. So I have Tour Preferred pitching wedges, the MC, the MB, and the CB.
Okay.
And I'm excited to show them to you because I'm actually not sure which one you're going to choose.
Right.
You've played an MB short iron for some time, which we have here. But the muscle cavity is a forged muscle cavity, so it's a soft feeling, small head. They've all kind of shrunk a little bit. I think they're in your wheelhouse, but I'm excited to see what you think.
All right,
so
perfect.
Let's
start with, I mean, that looks very familiar to me with my MBs. I mean, I really like the way, the new design here. I mean, it looks all very, very, very classic. Obviously, the big thing for me is how the bounce and everything, how it goes through the ground. That's typically what I look for with the short irons in particular. Yeah, that was really nice right there. I felt like that had plenty of spin on it. And I know when the bounce and the sole is right, really the spin rate is what I find gets affected the most. But that had plenty of spin, nice high flight. You know, this is a club you want to be making birdie with, so you need that control. Felt very soft, really nice sweet spot.
Great, okay, so now let's try the muscle cavity.
Okay, again, it's very, very similar shape to the MB, just on a slightly chunkier scale. Looks really nice. I think I like the way the heel feels very shallow and it sort of progresses into the toe. I feel like it gives you the feeling of the slightly longer blade, which is that's something I really like looking at. I mean, that felt every bit as soft to me as the MB did. It felt very nice and shallow through the turf.
Yeah, describe that for us a little bit. Like when you have an iron that goes really well through the turf.
I want to feel like it hasn't got too much bounce where it's skidding off the turf. I feel like I need it to cut, but then I need it to get out too. Right. Absolutely. Right. So I feel like if it cuts into the turf, that's what imparts the spin. And then, but clearly you want it to get out of the turf if you do have the misfortune to hit one a little bit heavy.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. That felt really good. I felt like that had maybe a yard or two more distance than the MB for some reason.
Right. Feel-wise, they're pretty equivalent. Shape-wise, they're slightly different.
Yeah, I think shape-wise, the overall shape is in the same family for sure. It's just that one scale chunkier, possibly that little bit more confidence building.
Well, I look forward to testing those more. I think you like to pretty much test everything we make, right?
Yeah,
and give it a go.
Absolutely.
Always. And so I'm sure it's going to take a little bit of time to kind of figure out where you're going to land, but you've got a couple great options, I think, to start.
Yeah, no doubt. Bounce looks good to me.
That's the cavity back.
Okay.
So with the Tour Preferred cavity back, the set is very, very unique in the sense that the long irons, like I described before, have a lot more speed and a little bit more height.
Yes.
Right. But as we go into the short irons, it's a more progressive set. So a little bit less traditional in that sense. You have smaller, compact short irons, but then a slightly larger long iron.
Yeah. Again, the shape's very nice. Definitely a higher launch on that.
So that sole's a little bit wider on the CB.
That pitched 3 yards further than the two forged clubs I just hit. But again, that felt very soft off the club face, I've got to say. There was no sound there that made me feel like there was a cavity or a hollow feel inside the club or any spring. It felt very fluid through the ball.
But gives you sort of a different option.
But absolutely, definitely looked up and saw something a little different from the MC and the MB.
Right.